Hey, what's going on, guys? The Hunter x Hunter Volume 2 full English set list is officially out, and today we're going to be diving into every new blue card that we're getting in the Volume 2 set. Looks like some really good additions to not just the Slots deck, but the Bomber deck as well. And if you didn't hear, we are getting a brand new English exclusive NA first card for each color. And for this set, it's going to be this Gon, which is actually going to be a really nice addition to the set. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and dive into it. Starting it off here with the brand new Gon that we're getting exclusive to the NA set, and I'm sure in Japan they're going to get him eventually, but it's going to be a 2-cost color trigger, which keep in mind is going to make you choose between this and the Killua. I think if they're going to work really well as like a 2-2 split, considering the Killua is a really good card, and you do want him to like grade on top of later and stuff. But regardless, 2-cost Gon, when played, draw a card and then trash a card, and then when attacking, you can reveal any number of cards in your hand. This character gains 500 BP multiplied by the number of specified slot affinity cards with unique names revealed until the end of the turn from your hand and on the field. So yeah, like everything else in the blue deck, depending on the different slots that you have in a combination from your hand to the field with different names, so they have to be the different types of slots cards, you can get this card up to basically 4K is what you're shooting for with 3 of them. And one of the newest, best additions, in my opinion, is going to be this 4-cost Gon raid card. When played, you can actually reduce the AP of the next specified slot you play from your hand by 1 this turn. And I believe all the slots are 1 action point, none of them are 2. So basically what he's doing is allowing you to play them for free, which is so big. On top of that, when he's sidelined, you get to add 1 specified slot from your sideline to your hand. So not only is he allowing you to recycle those slots cards, but he's allowing you to play them for free. He's just such a good raid card. I'd say biggest downfall is he does not have the raid from life trigger, but he's got the add to hand, which is totally fine as well. So yeah, 4K BP Gon raid, this card's going to be a great addition to the slots deck for sure. And then we're getting a brand new Killua card. This is not a raid card, keep in mind, but it's going to be a 5-cost active main. If on the front line once per turn, you can only activate this ability if you've used a specified slot affinity card from your hand this turn. Choose 1 character on your field and switch it to active. I can already see this being huge with like the 4-cost Gon that we hate to play on the front line rested, because he just comes out rested and then dies most of the time before doing anything as far as attacking. But with this Killua, we can play him out and set him active as well, on top of just any other cards that might come into play rested. Maybe you can even get the Bisky restood so that you can retrieve a slot that fast that turn if possible. The where's she at? Yeah, maybe like this 0-cost Bisky, for example. You can play her out, play that Killua, get a slot back this turn because now you can rest her. Or even the 2-action point Bisky that you got to play to remove something, which is a great card, but again, don't love that we're playing these cards set rested. So now we've got this Killua card here who's going to be a great addition to the deck, as well as far as getting you sort of like a board rush mentality going, getting a lot more value out of your cards. Keep in mind it does have to be another character, so you cannot choose this Killua. But I mean, you could play 2 of these Killuas and then activate them both. That's kind of cool to think about. And then the newest slot, the only new specified slot that we're getting in the Volume 2 set, 2-cost Blue Planet. When played, you get to draw a card. And then active main, switch to resting 1 active Bisky on your field. If you do, return this card to hand. And I can already see that playing really well into like a turn where you use that effect to put it back in hand, and then you raid out that Gon, and then this is really the only specified slot in your hand, so you can use it as like a free draw, essentially. With the draw trigger as well, it's also generating energy because it's a field card. Great specified slot for sure. I don't know if you really want to go 4 of for any of the specified slots, or at least the ones that you're able to, especially with how much draw power, and again, you want multiple different slots at one time, but this card is definitely going to be like a 2 or 3 of for sure, no question. Blue Planet, fantastic addition. We finally got a better slot than Torimon. Let me know if you guys are still going to be running Torimon. I'm very curious. Do we just go with all, like, I think it's like 6 different slots, or do we just cut him completely and go with like a higher quantity for the better ones? Torimon is just not the best slot, unfortunately. And then we've got this really interesting looking 3-cost clone event card. You cannot use this card if your energy line is full. You may place 1 card from your hand into the removal. If you do, draw a card and then play 1 character or site with specified slot affinity from your sideline set to active onto your energy line. With the active trigger, I think this could be a great card for like a 1 or a 2 of. I don't think you're going to want like 3 or 4 of it floating around, considering we just want slots, and we do have other ways to get slots back into our hand from the sideline, but there's definitely going to be some turns where I'm sure having this card to not just get the slot, like with Bisky or like with the Gon raid, but to actually play it with this action point could be a really good card to be floating around in the deck for sure. And then that's pretty much it for the cards that directly impact the Gon and Killua deck. We do have this 2-cost return card. It's just an event, return 1 character on your field to your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. With the active trigger, you know, up to you if you think this could be good or not. I mean, there are when played abilities that you might be able to replay with this card, for example. It does have to be character cards, so it can't be sight cards. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? There might be some situations where that does come into handy for sure. Oh, and then there is a brand new Bisky. Definitely want to mention this. 1-cost Bisky. During your turn, if you've used a specified slot affinity card from your hand this turn, this character gains 1k, making her a 3k, and this character cannot be blocked by characters with 4k or more BP till the end of the turn. So this could be a fantastic card. Unfortunately, no trigger, but this could be a fantastic card to be hanging out on the bench nearly all game, and then right when you're going for your game-ending swings, you push up this Bisky as well, play a slot, of course, and now, assuming their whole front line is the big bodies of 4Ks or more, they cannot block her for free. So yeah, you're essentially getting in like a free attack nearly. And then yeah, I believe that's every card directly impacting the Gon and Killua deck. Before we look at the new Bomber cards, we'll take a look at just some other random cards here. 3-cost Bubble Horse. So when blocking, if your opponent's attacking character has 4,500 or more BP, this character is going to gain 3,000 BP till the end of the turn. That's crazy. So yeah, he's a 6k blocker against 4,500s or more. If that was 4k, this card would be so nuts. That's hilarious. And then we have 1-cost Hyperball Puffball. And we've got this 1-cost Hyper Puffball. Your opponent cannot choose this character with abilities on character cards, 2,500 BP. Honestly, this could be an annoying little card to deal with, assuming your opponent doesn't have, assuming your opponent doesn't want to waste like a special on them, or they don't have really easy ways outside of character abilities to remove cards. This could be like a 1-cost that your opponent just can't do anything about. That's kind of hilarious. 0-cost Moderic. I don't even remember this guy. 1 sideline. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Reveal up to 1 sight card among them and add it to your hand. Place remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. This actually could be a great addition to either deck, honestly. Again, considering most of the slots are sight cards, I think like 4 out of like the 6 of them, or 3 out of the 6 of them, whatever. Yeah, this could be a great addition to either deck, honestly. Again, especially Bomber, since the one card you're really trying to get out is the field risky dice from set 1. Where's it at? Yeah, since this is like the main card you're trying to get out with the Bomber set. And then we did get some additions to the Bomber set here. We got a brand new, well, it's 4-cost Team Genthru, but this character does count as Genthru, so you can raid on top of it with the Genthru raid from set 1. When played, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, place any number of them on the top of your deck in any order, then place any remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. This is a color trigger, so keep in mind there is the color trigger Genthru from set 1, so you will have to choose between the 2 of them, but the other one was like a 3-cost, 2 action point. It's a really good card, but I could definitely see like again, a 2-2 color split working really well with these for sure. 4k BP, yeah, not a bad addition at all. New raid target for Genthru if you need. And then we have an awesome addition. I would even splash this into the Gon and Killua deck if I found the room, just a couple of them. 0-cost Sub and Bara, because me personally, I like using the risky dice in both decks. So this is where this card comes into play. So you may treat this card as a required energy is 2 while in your deck. So if you're using the risky dice effect and you're revealing the top card of your deck, if it happens to be this card, it will count as a 2, and you get the benefits from it, which is really nice. And you may treat this card as well. So if you, once we get to this out card, as you'll see, if you want this to be a 0 card when we flip it, you can actually choose that it counts as a 0. Anyways, it also has an ability to, when played, look at the top card of your deck, then place it on the top or bottom, helping you with some deck filtering for whatever you're trying to do, or just trying to get the perfect cards up there. 1500 BP, no trigger. Again, I think this is going to be a great addition to either deck, just helping risky dice in general. And then this card here looks like it's going to be a fantastic addition to Bomber. I don't know if it's going to make the deck like top tier or anything, but I know it's going to help it a ton, and this card just looks so dumb. So 4-cost out, it's an event card. You may choose a character on your opponent's front line instead of a character on your field. For the next active main ability on a risky dice card, you activate this turn. No trigger, but yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, with risky dice, here we'll just look at the release event version. You active main, switch the risky dice to resting, and then after you've selected the character that you're going to choose for this ability, you reveal the top card of your deck. If the top card is a 2 energy or more, you actually get to add that card to your hand and buff the character you selected. But if you're wrong, you know, because you want it to be a 2 or higher, if it's a 1 or a 0, you actually sideline the character that you chose with risky dice. So, you know, it's risky for that reason because you might kill your own characters, but now we've got out, which allows us to, this This is such a crazy scene from the anime. What a great anime. Yeah, you can now choose your opponent's cards, and you can even force a sideline by placing a 0 on there with some of the other abilities that you have in your deck. Again, just a great addition to the deck to really change up how it plays. So cool to see. And yeah, that is every single blue card being added to the Hunter x Hunter Volume 2 set. Looks like some really, really strong additions to, like I said, the slots and the bomber decks, and you can kind of mix and match them a little bit. Like I said, with the sub and borrow card, I can already see it come in clutch with the way I play Killua and Gon, or even this card, honestly, because again, most of the slots cards are sight cards, you know, minus some of the really good ones like the special and this one, but you definitely could search them out with this 0 cost, which isn't bad. And it's really cool to see we're getting a lot of new 0 cost cards that have unique abilities, not just unique abilities but good abilities too. It's so much, we're getting a lot more outside of just 2k BPs with no effects or draw trash. Like, we're actually getting some really cool abilities. So yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know if you think blue is going to be even better, or if it has a chance to stand out now. In my opinion, it was pretty good in Volume 1, but it definitely fell flat a little bit compared to what there was. And just with your specified slots was so important, and there just wasn't the best options. I feel like this Blue Planet card really just ties it all together. And this Gon raid. I think this Gon raid is going to change the whole thing as well. But yeah, I'm excited to build it. Slots was one of my favorite Hunter x Hunter decks to play, so I'm definitely going to be buffing it up. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Let me know how you're going to be building it, or if you think Bomber's going to be better and you think you're going to be going with that. I can't lie, the out card looks crazy. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. As always, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.